Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Who Are You podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Overbay. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, welcome. Always happy to have a new listener, a new watcher, just a new supporter in general. While you guys are watching this, if you're on the YouTube, make sure you guys press that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give us a follow on all of our social media. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod for everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all the normal spots for us. As well as if you guys know anybody who has a story needs to be told, a business owner, an entrepreneur, a restaurateur, really a mix of anybody, we're always looking to have a new guest recommendation or anything like that. Make sure you guys shoot us an email. It's going to be whoareyoupod@yahoo.com, or you guys can send us your recommendations on our social pages as well. We're always looking at it. It's either me or Shannon checking it out, and then we'll maybe have you guys on a future episode. But like I said, today I'm sitting down with the wifey. Usually she is behind the camera. I know you guys hear me always talking to Shannon behind the camera, saying what's up or asking questions and everything. We wanted to sit down. We call these our Sunday hangouts when it's just me and her. If this is probably going to be the first one that's actually on YouTube. We've done a bunch of them. I've talked about it before where we would talk about the wedding and like how we were kind of walking people through the whole process. That was back when we were only audio podcast. But I thought it was only right to bring her on the podcast today. Sit down. This is actually going to be our 4th of July episode. It's going to be the Monday after 4th of July, unfortunately. But we still wanted to come on here, say what's up, and we even got some trivia today, some top 3 questions, really all kinds of stuff. So it'll be a little bit of a different show rather than just the normal interview. I've sat down with how many would you say Sunday Hangouts we've done?
Well, we're in July. Oh, since Sunday Hangouts, I feel like remember.
We've done
it's been a long time since our last one.
I feel like we've done like 10, 12 of them.
Probably at least more than 10.
Yeah, because we were doing one once a month for like a little while now. So it's just been a little bit. Thank you to everybody who checks out the podcast. We've been getting so many recommendations where we're filled up. And, we didn't, it'll say there's not very many weeks where we don't have a guest. So it's pretty interesting to see how times have changed for the pod. I remember... when I first started this, I was fighting. I was like shooting people messages all the time, emailing
Always
people.
searching.
And then I was like asking Shannon, I'm like, do you know anybody who'd be interesting and everything as well? It was a whole thing, but it's good to sit back down with the wife. Do you want to give out your...
up.
Yeah, tell them about what's the Capybara Instagram. Make sure everybody can check them out.
Yes, so I did make a Instagram for our cat for those who are unaware. Like we've said, it's been a long time since I've been on the podcast, so any new listeners, I do have an Instagram for our cat. It's Coppy, COPPY _Berra, BERRA. If you want to follow me, it's my maiden name, McCrossan 18, MCCROSSEN 18. I'm pretty much only on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. And you'll see some behind the scenes stuff. We do collaborations for the Instagram page and everything. So there'll probably be a bunch of, Who Are You stuff on her page, just like there is on my personal page and the Who Are You page as well. Like to put stuff out there, let everybody else see, rather than just our followers as well.
Of course.
But yeah, we've just been busy, a little update on us. I think you guys may have heard it in the last episode when I was talking to the guys and gals from Wind Down Wednesday. I got a new job. I don't work for a pest control company anymore, which is kind of crazy to say. I was doing it for, 4 years is probably the amount of time? Yeah, I think it was 4 years last month. And, I got offered a new opportunity to go somewhere new, work inside, which I was pretty excited about.
You've been there about a little under a month.
Yeah, about a month. Obviously with doing interviews and stuff, sometimes we bank episodes, so stuff kind of happens between those kinds of times and everything. Yeah. But, so your boy's working at a new company. I won't say the company's name just for personal reasons, but I work for a car wrapping company now. I do sales, customer acquisition, kind of a mix of stuff. It's definitely a lot different than what I'm used to doing. I was used to working outside, being by myself, and now I'm in an office place with 4 to 5 other people. And what else? Really just kind of learning things. Obviously, I've never been a big gearhead, so learning about cars is a new experience for me. A little bit of difficulty at the start, but getting everything figured out, and it's nice. Work for a new company.
And you do have a little bit of a drive. But...
Yeah, a little bit of a drive, but, more money, benefits, which is pretty nice. It's always nice to be able to have some insurance just in case.
That is true.
So, yeah, that's really been the biggest update for me. What about you, my love?
I'm still working at the law office, still doing my usual stuff.
Yeah, but your friends have been having some big things going on.
Yes, I do. I mean, my main friends are having big life changes, actually. girlfriend Jillian, she is having a baby, actually. She's
shout
pregnant.
out to Jillian and Jason.
Yes,
Shout out.
I think they're in their second trimester, so they are taking it day by day. She's been having some cravings. I think they just started work on the nursery yesterday, so we'll see how that is. But she's been sending me pictures of her growing baby bump. I love it.
And I forgot, it's a boy, right?
It is a boy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes, so Jason's very excited about that. She was telling me that they were looking at baby names and they had chose one, and then they Googled and found out it's going to be the most common 2024 baby boy name. And she's so upset about it.
What was the name?
She didn't tell me.
Oh, okay.
But she said it's going to be the most common. She's so upset about it. And Jason doesn't understand why. He thinks it's great. So she's just been keeping me updated. I love it. And then Jay, she is doing some other stuff. She's back to single life and kind of moving on, but she seems very happy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for her, see what happens next. Hopefully we can get her down here again soon for a hangout.
Yeah, stuff happens, unfortunately with divorce and everything, but she's making the best of what she can and, trying to make sure her life is what she wants it to be, which is good. So we'll leave that, but shout out to Jay and her little one as well, Harper. No, that's not Harper. Harper's
Jillian's niece.
That's right.
This is little Allie.
Allie, sorry, Allie. I know you'll never watch this, but either way, my bad.
And then Haley, her wedding's coming up in 2 months.
That's
and I'm a bridesmaid in that, so
we need to bring the camera up there. We'll do a little wedding interview in the middle of it.
We need to get Sean and her and get a whole rundown of everything.
Yeah, that's something we've been talking about, is expanding outside of Jacksonville a little bit. I have talked about going out and trying to get more episodes in different states, kind of doing some little travel stuff. I've finally learned how to do some video editing and things, so I would like to test that out a little bit. Speaking of the Capybara Instagram, there's the boy right there coming by to say hi.
We put him away for other guests, but since it's me,
say little homies coming to hang out and everything. But yeah, we've really just been kind of busy, y'all. Just been on the grind, just doing our thing. Oh, he's coming to say hi. First time on the podcast, I guess, just hanging out.
Yeah. And as you were saying, we talk about how the podcast is portable all the time, but it is a lot of stuff with the microphone arms and things. So we need to get more travel mics and things like that.
Yeah, we've just been building stuff up. Thankfully that you guys actually listen to the podcast have been making me want to push and get more stuff out here, including Shannon as well, lighting, and built a whole freaking set in our apartment that we're definitely not getting our security deposit back on.
You never know. We've looked up some remedies. Hopefully they work.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Speaking of the actual set and everything, we've been kind of putting this out there as well, as if you guys are a local artist here in Jacksonville and you want your art displayed, that's what this shelf is for. If you guys are ever interested and just want to put your stuff out, we're kind of switching stuff out kind of here and there every single week.
As we get it. We don't have a ton to switch just yet, but
just got to get a couple more things to add on and put out there. But we would love to have local artists put their art up here and show it off. Where I actually have one of my buddies, John Hawkins, is talking about actually painting part of the shelf, and I've been thinking about doing that as well. I think that'd be pretty cool. But so that's all been going on, y'all. Just been kind of doing our thing. Nothing too wild, just living life, Unfortunately, it's not all glitz and glamour. We're not always traveling and everything, but we're hanging out, having fun. So it's been a good time.
Very busy. So, work has overtaken everything, but for now, we're still hanging out with friends, and it gets into a rhythm, but we try and just do a little something different every here and there.
Yeah, but we had our 4th of July celebration as well. Got to go hang out. 4th of July was on Thursday. Well, we're recording this on Sunday, so it was a couple days ago. But we had a good time. We hope everybody had a good 4th of July. Hopefully, everybody's fingers are still intact and
everyone was safe.
Yeah, well, we weren't being the most safe either. My little brother shot me with a freaking Roman candle.
Well, yeah, that was
little asshole.
Boys being boys. Luckily, it wasn't anything else other than that.
No, we were fine. Everybody was safe.
Other than that, we had a chill pool day, and
then we got to go on the boat as well.
Yeah, we did get to go on a boat and watch fireworks from the St. John's.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Jacksonville does a lot of 4th of July stuff. You can go to like the beach, or you can go to like local centers, kind of like how like the YMCA's are, or a couple other things. So like beach, downtown Jacks, mix of other spots. If you guys aren't from Jacksonville, they do a really, really, really good fireworks show. Good like 20, 30-minute fireworks show.
He's digging his nails into my...
Just push them off. Come on.
I just needed him to adjust.
Copper, you don't need to be digging your nails into your mud.
We need to trim his nails. For those who are watching the YouTube, you can obviously see what's going on. But for those who are not, Copper is on my lap just being a little crazy man.
Just get his orange ass down. I was say, come here, bud. You're going to sit there and just look around.
Sit here.
I swear. Say, this is great podcasting. Just sitting here talking to a cat.
But we were talking about 4th of July, fireworks. We had a great time. That was, were they blown from the bridge or a barge?
At least from what I saw, at least where we were where we were at in the St. Johns River, it looked like it was off the bridge itself. Then there was fireworks off to the side that were from a barge, I believe. So it's pretty good, man. Like I said, it was like 20, 30 minutes long of just everything you can see, like all kinds of big fireworks and really pretty setups. It was cool just being out there on the river, and like I've never had that experience before, being out on the river and watching the fireworks. So it was cool just sitting there, opened up a beer with who were we with? We were with Nolan, Trent, and Phillips. We were with girlfriend Alex, and then Alex's dad was actually the one who owned the boat, so they were very nice to let us on the boat.
And Miss Jennifer came to your mom's.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Miss Jennifer's Nolan's mom. That's like my second, third mom, whatever you want to say. And it was cool seeing her and everything as well, getting to reconnect. You know, Nolan moved out probably 6 months ago, maybe less than that.
A little less, I think.
Yeah,
somewhere around. Probably around February or so.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So we got to go hang out and see her again, which is awesome. So it's just been fun times, you know. 4th of July is always a good time. Get to go hang out and, you know, just hang out with people. It was good to be back with the parents for a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom actually moved to Ohio, so they were doing the whole, like, small town parades and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, it was a good time. We went up to Ohio and saw your mom's new house and everything, and everybody's trying to get us to move there. That's what I'm hearing. But it's back from, I would say, your hometown basically is Worcester.
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah, because you spent you would say most of your life there, right?
Yep, from 3 to 15.
Yeah, and then moved to Florida. I guess that would be half your life now. So you're not too far away from 30, my dear.
Hey now, okay, it's fine. I'm 26. We're fine.
27 this next year coming up. You know, it's coming quick.
It is coming quick.
But no, that's pretty much it's all been going on, y'all. Just wanted to give you guys a little update here, and I think we're gonna get into some trivia here.
Yes, we did get some Independence Day trivia.
Yeah, so we're going to do some Independence Day trivia, see who knows America better. I was not a history major, neither was Shannon, so we shall see how this goes, or see if we can
I had to repeat history in college, so.
I did too. Actually, that's true. I did the same.
So everyone's aware, don't hate me if I don't know.
We're going to see if we can pass the... What's the test?
Am I smarter than a fifth grader?
No, isn't there? You have to take a test to become an American.
The citizenship test?
Yeah, the citizenship test. There's no way I would pass it. There would be stuff on there. I'd be like, what?
I remember when Camilla was becoming a citizen, she was always doing the practice test, and she'd pass it around the office to see what we knew and see if we could beat her score.
Oh, no, there's no way. I'm willing to bet money she would beat me 9 out of 10 times, if not 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah. All right.
So do you want me to go first with my questions to you, or do you want to ask me first?
I mean, we can go back and forth.
That's fine.
So I'll start.
Okay.
And then you ask one.
Okay.
So my first question is, this day commemorates which document?
The signing of the Declaration of Independence.
You are correct.
Hey,
ding, ding, ding,
look
ding.
at this. Look at this.
We need to add a ding ding button.
No, okay. So I found the two buttons. Oh, not that.
What are you?
I'm going through my list of buttons. I had to see which ones are which. Okay. So I got that one right. And I say, clap it up. Your boy's smart. All right. So here's a good one. This is one that I knew already before even looking it up, but it was just happened to be a random fact. Who wrote the national anthem?
This is not one I know, clearly.
This is one I knew. I just happen to know this factoid.
The national anthem?
Who wrote it?
Who wrote it?
I'll say the name you'll probably somewhat remember.
I mean, is it a really old person or?
I mean, it's as old as the United States. It's pretty damn old.
I don't know. I can't even think of.
You don't have one name you can think of.
Is it a guy or a girl?
It's a guy.
It's a guy?
Mm-hmm. A woman sewed the flag for the United States.
I don't know. George Washington.
No, but okay. It was Francis Scott Key.
I don't even know that name.
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
I would have never gotten that in middle years. I'm sorry, everyone. I also am terrible with music. Like, I don't know the names of songwriters. I don't know the names of songs. I just know how songs go.
I understand. I was like, this was just one that was pretty, like, this one I was taught in school, so I remembered it. What's your next question for me?
My next question is, who was the old... This one has a bonus part as
I got
well.
one with a bonus as well.
Who was the oldest person to sign the Declaration of Independence?
The oldest?
The oldest.
Ooh.
And the bonus is going to be, how old was he?
The oldest. See, that's the thing that sucks because I know this guy. I don't know how old he was when this would have been signed. Benjamin Franklin.
Yep.
Hey, look at this. Let's fucking go.
I'm upset.
Let's fucking go, y'all.
Woo.
Who knew? Who knew I'd get this? And
so the bonus is, how old was he?
$75.
No, you're a little high.
A little high. 68.
Little low. It was 70.
Okay.
He was 70, yeah, but you got Benjamin
Y'all,
Franklin.
look at me.
Good for you.
I
don't think I would have gotten it.
Well, I just knew he was an older person in the like time period, you know, because a lot of the people you'll see in history, they'll do like, you'll see the paintings of them. They look all like spiffy and they have their like clothing on, but they'll be like 20 and they look like they're 45 because back then usually you didn't live very long.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Is true.
So that was what made me think, okay. So I'm 2 for 2. Let's see if you can.
I don't think I will be.
Go for one out of 2. Okay, this should be one I don't think would be too hard. Where was the first celebration of Independence Day held?
Philadelphia.
There you go.
I knew that one.
You saw the question though. I bet you saw that when you were looking stuff up.
I did, but I also.
You see.
At least I knew it.
Okay, and then the bonus. What was the year of the first Independence Day?
1776.
You were close.
75.
1777.
Ah,
you were one off. You were really, really close. I'll give you that. That was a good one. Okay, so you're 1 for 2 right now. 1 for 2.
Okay.
All right. I'll give you a clap for that.
Yay! I get a clap.
All right.
I retain some information.
What's your next question for me?
All right. My final question is, what was the estimated population of the United States when the Declaration of Independence was signed?
Ooh. Oh, it couldn't have been. I don't think it'd been a crazy amount.
You got to think of how many people there are in the world.
Well, that's now. We have billions of people now.
Right.
But you got to think.
How this was 1777.
And it was just in the United States, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say 20,000.
No.
Was I far off or close?
Pretty far off.
Like too high, too low?
Way too low.
Keep him away.
Okay.
Too low. 100,000.
Still low.
Really? 300,000.
Way too low still.
Damn, is it 1 million people?
Over.
Really? Oh, my bad. Shit.
So the correct answer is 2.5 million.
I would never guess that.
I wouldn't have either, but it makes sense if you think about it. Like, I think Jacksonville itself just hit 1 million people not too long ago, right? Like a year or so ago.
Yeah, but this is also 1777 when people were like coming on like wood boats and not surviving.
Well, yeah,
not surviving. Copper,
right.
get out of here. Come on.
But this also was like, people were already here. It's just a matter of when they became the states.
I guess that's a good point. People were already here, and also like, you know, Native Americans and all that stuff. I'm sure that was a part of it as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I lost that one. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Should be one that you should know. This should really be one. Who had the largest signature on the Declaration of
I
Independence?
think I do know this one. It's Hancock, right?
Yes. Okay.
John Hancock.
That was always that's like the only historical fact I know about John Hancock was that.
I think it's like he had the biggest one, right?
That's what it was. That's what I just asked you.
So I think, isn't that why people, like, if they need you to sign a document, they're like, hey, can I get your John Hancock?
I think that's just like a term or a phrase, but I don't think you're wrong.
I figured that. Yeah.
And there you go. That was a good one. I'm gonna say Shannon knows a little bit of her history.
I know a little bit, just a little bit.
I can't believe I got the one with Benjamin Franklin. That one, I really thought about that one for a second.
Oh man, I didn't think you would.
Okay.
But I would not have known that music one for sure.
I got one more for you since I was going around. I didn't know if me and you would have like similar or the same questions or anything, so I wrote one extra one down.
Okay.
How many times does the Liberty Bell ring for the 4th of July?
I think I saw this one too. It's 13, right?
Damn it, yeah. How dare you?
But also, I do remember learning this like in history class.
Have you ever seen the Liberty Bell in person?
Yeah, I think we took I don't remember if it was a school field trip or if I just went with like my mom and stuff.
I went with my family like really a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
See, that's the thing is like I'm not the biggest fan of sitting in school and learning, but like going to museums, I do enjoy that.
Right.
Like I've been to New York, like, what was that? They have a huge like space and science museum up there. I forgot what it's called. It's probably the National Space and Science Museum. I'm just me being a dumbass. Or no, not the Smithsonian.
That's the museum that had the movie made.
I think I've been to the Smithsonian too. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been there. That would be awesome to go to.
Well, I went also on a Washington D.C. trip, like back in 5th grade. Like the safety patrols, those kids that like basically they wear the yellow sash. I don't know if all schools have them.
Yeah.
But like elementary school, and I don't think they have it in middle school. But we took a big field trip to Washington D.C. and we went to every single one of the museums there. I got to go see all the monuments. It was pretty cool. Like,
it is really cool.
I forgot what's the one called of Abraham Lincoln when he's sitting in the chair.
That monument. Oh, what is that?
I forgot what it's called too, but like I got to go see that in person. It's cool because like what you see in a picture and like the size differential is crazy because
really
it's huge. It's majorly huge. And then you got to see the reflecting pool that has I think that's the Washington Monument is the one that's tall and everything. It was pretty wild. You get to go see stuff.
I remember I went to Washington with my mom and sister, and I have a horror story. So obviously they take the subways and trains there and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, we were running late for our train, and we were running down the stairs, literally running. And my mom's like, "Go, get on the train." I'm the only one that made it on the train before the doors closed.
That's not cool.
And I was maybe 13 or something like that. So, and then, I'm a little woman in a weird city.
Did you have a phone at that time?
Luckily, I did have a phone.
Okay.
So I immediately called her. I was like, but it was literally like as the train was pulling away, I'm like banging on the door, like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?
Hell nah.
But there was some nice women there. They're like, come here, sweetie. We'll get you to the police officer when we get to the next station. And so
that would have freaked me out too, fam. I'd say, especially being a kid.
Out. But other than that, we went to some museums. We went to the changing of the guards.
Oh, that's cool. I saw that too.
Yes, that was all so cool. So if you ever have a chance to go do that, you should.
Yeah.
Just go see history, basically.
Oh, yeah. As the famous saying goes, what is it? If you don't learn history, like it's bound to repeat itself, or those who don't learn history, it's bound to repeat itself kind of thing. But it's always interesting. That's my favorite way of learning is going and seeing and being immersed in it and everything. Yeah. Because sitting there reading a book, for me, that doesn't give me like the excitement. When
it doesn't. I fall asleep reading books if I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, like when you get to actually go walk around and like you can see like little artifacts or even see the literal Declaration of Independence or all that stuff. It's really badass. So that was our trivia
for segment.
I didn't do too bad. Shannon got some good ones too. There was the first one I threw her off.
I would have never gotten it.
I feel like you should have known the Francis Scott Key one. That's a big one.
Maybe I've heard the name once. I don't remember though. Like that's not something I think I ever would remember.
I understand.
You can ask me next year and see if I remember that.
Still remember, I swear.
But we do have one more segment of 4th of July themed, right?
We do. We have our top 3 segment as well. We're bringing this back we usually do this on our Sunday hangouts, since we only have so many topics, and you guys know a lot about our lives pretty much. We've pretty much doing this for over 3 years now. We've really walked you guys through us getting married, all kinds of other stuff. It's been crazy time. So the top 3 segments. So what I'm going to give you for the top 3 segment is top 3 either like American icons or things that make you think of America when you think of them, since this is a 4th of July themed episode.
Okay. Are we doing top 3 and then switching, right, like we typically do?
That's fine.
Do you have any honorable mentions?
You can do honorable mentions. That's fine. So you go from 3, 2, and 1, but you have to give a description for why you think of America when you think of these, or when you put these.
So my number 3, which was what I was kind of thinking of before the podcast, I was like, I don't know if I should put this or not, but my number 3 is money ruling everything.
Yep.
Basically. So you can't go anywhere in America and not need money. Everything costs something.
Well, we also live in a capitalist state, where money is power, and money gets you things and all that.
Oh yeah, that is a big portion as well. It's like, obviously we don't talk politics and stuff, but there are politic things happening right now, and that's where money comes into play hugely as well.
They say the election's coming up, and there's a lot of money being passed back and forth, and not even politically. That's just what we all know what happens. You don't have to be on a certain side to know that money is getting passed back and forth, and that's ruling shit right now.
Yeah, and then my other part of that was also like debt, because like America's in a lot of debt, and students are in a lot of debt. We were actually talking about interest rates of student loans and stuff the other day with your friends.
It's ridiculous.
So that was my number 3, just because it's something I think about when I think of America.
I don't think you're wrong.
My number 2, which is why I was laughing earlier, was like, when I think of America, is Murica. So I literally picture a redneck in a truck with a gun.
Okay. I like it.
Drinking. Oh, yeah, gotta have beer too.
Drinking a beer.
And then my number 1 is a bald eagle. That was like my immediately thought when I thought of America. So so you have a couple of mine on there, so I agree, but I have some different reasonings for all mine. Okay.
So
my honorable mention was sweet tea, but I think that's mainly just a Southern thing rather than an American thing.
That is a Southern thing. Well, I guess I don't think you have sweet teas in like other parts of the world though. So I think that's a pretty American thing.
I wasn't sure. I thought that possibly it was.
Like, in England they have cups of tea, and obviously you can put sugar.
But it's hot.
Yeah.
They don't have iced tea.
No,
I think iced tea is an American thing.
Ice in general and drinks is an American thing. Like if you go over to Europe, or like from what I've heard, obviously I'm not a world traveler, from what I've heard you have to ask for ice because it's not a very common thing. Usually they give you a chilled drink already, obviously.
Interesting.
Yeah, like ice, they believe like waters it down and all that other stuff. So no, I agree.
Okay.
Copper, you're gonna have to get off the set, homie, because we can't have you getting all in mommy and distracting her.
I'll keep him contained if he's going to sit on me, but
you'll keep him contained.
If he starts doing anything,
he's going to be going for wires. You know what he's doing.
Sit. Okay, your top 3.
I know. I'm just watching him sniff the microphone. So, like I said, you had a couple of my top 3s, but I was going to say money as well for number 3.
Okay.
So the reason why I say money is, as you were saying, money does rule a lot of things here. Unfortunately, from what I've heard, like throughout from other people in other countries, they think of us as like, we are one of the richest countries in the world, but we also have the most debt, probably some of the most debt in the world as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just when it comes to money, we're spending money on everything. Fireworks. What else is there? For 4th of July, food's expensive now.
Yeah,
it's like every time gas. Anytime me and Shan go to Publix, we'll get 4 things and it's fucking $100. I'm like, how is this $100 fucking dollars?
Yeah, we'll go to do a light trip of grocery shopping and it's over $100.
And like Taco Bell and all of them, what the fuck? Where's the dollar menu?
Yeah, Taco Bell, I go 2 things is like $15.
Yeah, like what happened to the days where I used to be able to walk in there as as an American and $5 in my pocket and be able to get anything
like 15
and
things.
feed a small fucking army. And nowadays I get 2 things and as Shannon said, it's $15, $20. I think that's an issue. We need to fix that, even though this is my top 3.
Yeah, I wish prices would go down.
And my number 2 was sports. So like football, baseball, baseball is really like when a lot of people think of America, the sport, but also I think of American football, the NFL is a huge thing. There's all kinds of other companies trying to recreate it in other parts of the world, but it's just not the same as American football. It's just, there's some of the biggest athletes. They're all basically in our eyes, they're rock stars. They're like, anytime you see an athlete walk by, you're like, oh shit, there's Trevor Lawrence, or our running back, or whoever else, and you're like, oh damn. And these guys are signing $200-300 million contracts. It's crazy to see the amount of money.
20 years old.
Yeah. And speaking of the Jaguars as well, they just approved their new stadium, which is kind of wild to think about. We're about to have I think it's a 1.2 billion, or is it trillion? I think it's billion.
I think it's billion.
I think it's billion.
It's a B, not a T,
so they're having a brand new stadium put in, which I'm excited to have. I'm not a big fan of the Jaguars not going to be here for a year.
Yeah, that's the main thing I keep thinking about is they're going to be gone for 2 years, right?
Year or two. I don't remember exactly when. So
I haven't seen like all the details since like the official thing has come out.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. And then my number 1 was a bald eagle as well. But the reason why I think of a bald eagle is there's a video that comes up every year on Instagram or Twitter or something. And it's a bald eagle flying in, and then he lands, and then someone drew on arms, and they start playing "It's America, fuck yeah, coming to save the motherfucking day now, America." And it's like the bald eagle has like 2 AK-47s. It's just like shooting as it goes around.
It's got a bandana.
Yeah,
right?
like it's the most American shit you can have. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's 100% the one.
Oh my gosh, that is great.
Like YouTube, we can't play music, like actual like music from someone else, because you get in trouble. But I wish I had that on my soundboard. I could just press that.
Yeah, that.
like Joe Rogan does it with his buddies. They get the Freedom Funnel. It's an American like beer bong. You pour beer into it and just like take it down. And every time they play it, they're like, America, fuck yeah. So those are our top 3s right there. If you guys have a better top 3 that makes you think that America, like what do you think about? Put it in the comments. Let me know what y'all are thinking. If you think we got something wrong, let me know. I'm fine with learning some other things that you think are more American than what we put out there. But those are some of the top 3s. Yes. Speaking of more American things going on, do you know who Joey Chestnut is?
I know the name.
Nathan Hot Dog Eating Contest.
Yes.
The guy who's won like every year for like 20 something years or something.
I do.
So there was a big controversy with him. So apparently he signed a brand deal with a company that was it vegan meats or like, Beyond, it was like Beyond Meat, not the actual like.
Okay. Yeah. It's not meat.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, imitation meat or whatever you want to say. It's like what they've lab grown, whatever it is. And apparently he signed a deal with them, and then they tried to like not let him compete in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Did he compete?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I mean, honestly though, you are a man who goes and eats hot dogs, and you sign a brand deal with non-meat. Is it because hot dogs are non-meat? I don't know.
I'm going to cover the room real quick.
Oh, yes, he's being a little disturbing at the moment and causing some issues. But, yeah, I did not hear about the controversy, but I just don't understand if you don't, you eat meat as once a year as one of your things you're known for, and then it doesn't make sense to me why you would sign a deal with a non-meat company.
He was trying to get paid.
Right, but I mean, everyone wants to get paid money, as we said.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I wonder how much money you could really make off doing that. Obviously, that's just a one event. I'm sure they, these big food eaters that you watch. Let me look this up real quick. Did Joey Chestnut...
Well, I mean... Like you said, he's won for years, right? A couple years in a row, or that's like his main thing of what he's known for, is it not?
What'd you say?
It's like the main thing he's known for is his hot dog and winning his hot dog eating contest.
Well, yeah, that's like his main thing. He's always been big on. He's won so many years in a row. I don't think he competed this year because it looks like Patrick Bertoletti wins the Nathan hot dog eating contest.
Oh,
let me see.
That's crazy. Do you think he's gonna go like vegan?
Well, that's the thing is like I think it's a vegan company.
I know, but like if he's not competing in the hot dog eating contest, like if he signed a vegan brand deal, maybe he's changing his life.
That could be a possibility. Not saying you're wrong. I just don't know the whole exact story about it, but apparently it was a huge thing. Like I was listening to Pardon My Take, that podcast I like from Barstool. Shout out to Pardon My Take. And they were talking about, they're like, I'm not even going to watch the Nathan eating hot dog contest. He's like, that's the most American dude of like, he's last year they tried to cancel the event because of rain. And there was like a whole comeback of him like walking down. He's like, we're going to do this whether you guys like it or not, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God.
Even though there was like thunder and lightning and everything. It's so funny because it's just eating hot dogs.
Could you imagine how they feel afterwards?
No, could you? Because I'm going to look up, I didn't even look up how many hot dogs he actually ate.
Oh, the winner Patrick something.
How many did they?
Well, I think we talked about this last year.
57 francs, or no, attended a meet and greet. Okay, competed against 4 soldiers. Okay, so Joey Chestnut did not do the event this year, but he attended a meet and greet event in Texas military base Fort Bliss and competed against 4 soldiers for charity. The professional eater won by downing 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
57. That's
more than 10 a minute.
Yeah, and that's not just a hot dog. Like, not just the hot dog itself. That's bun, everything. Yeah. So he's eating all that. I could not imagine that much bread and just processed fucking meat in my stomach, dude.
And you can't really chew much.
Well, they
don't have time to chew.
Well, you'll see them like dip them in. I guess I shouldn't be doing that hand movement.
They dip them in water and make the bread all soggy.
Yeah, they'll dip it like they're dipping in ketchup. It's gross. I'm just like, there's no way you feel good after that. But I think the rule is like you can't throw up during the competition. After competition, it's whatever.
I can't fathom eating that fast. I understand men eat quicker generally anyway.
I wasn't even going to say that. That's a fucking crazy thing. Go 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes? That's nuts. That's nuts. That's like 2 bites a dog.
Did it say how much the soldiers got done through?
I don't know if it did. Let me read it.
In comparison to his 57?
I would be interested to see. The soldiers collectively ate 49 hot dogs in the same amount of time. So
the 4 of them.
4 soldiers collectively ate 49 hot dogs in total.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So they still did almost less than 10 hot dogs, and there's 4 of them.
Yes.
That dude's a beast.
Yes. They almost did 10 each. But it probably was, some ate more than the others. But
so the guy who won this year, Patrick Bertatelli, or whatever the hell his name is, he said he took home the mustard yellow belt for the hot dogs and stuff, eating 58 hot dogs in the standard competition time of 10 minutes.
Wow. So in half the time, the typical winner ate 1 less.
Yeah. In 5 minutes, Joey Chestnut ate what this guy ate in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. It sounds crazy.
I would feel like straight death.
I was, obviously 4th of July, like hot dogs are one of the main things for 4th of July.
Yeah, hot dogs, burgers, hot dogs, and beer.
Hot dogs. Yeah, exactly. It's like my redneck person. That's what you think of when you think of like 4th of July.
Oh yeah, getting the good drinks out there, good food, hanging out by the pool or the beach, and then shooting off fireworks. That's America right there.
It is.
It's crazy stuff. But no,
I can't believe we didn't get fireworks this year.
No, we didn't actually have to do fireworks this year. Everybody had some, or we went, like I said, we last minute went on the boat.
That too.
So just figuring all that out, it's wild stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got right there for you. But no, 4th of July was a good year, or a good time this year. I'm glad we got to go hang out. I say, let us know what you guys do for 4th of July. I'm always interested to see. Say this year we had really good food. We had pulled pork. What else do we have?
Deviled eggs.
Mom made the deviled eggs. What else do we have? They made like a really good cookie bar cake thing that was really yummy. I really enjoyed that.
That was great. We had a cheese board. We had
cheese board. Where the hell was there a cheese board?
I'm thinking of work.
I was like, what?
No, what else did we have?
They made
beans. We had beans.
They made that cowboy caviar stuff that I really like.
Oh, for the dip, yeah.
Yeah, it's like beans, a bunch of peppers, and some rotel. It's just really, really good. I'm not usually a huge bean guy, but it was pretty damn good this year.
She also had I think it was like the Mexi corn.
Oh yeah,
dip.
she made like street corn dip and everything as well. That's the thing. It was super good. That's the one thing that sucks about living in apartments is I can't have like a smoker or a grill. I would love to get into like barbecues. Todd did pulled pork this year for the food instead of like burgers and hot dogs, and it was really freaking good.
It was really good. And we had like macaroni salad and potato salad, those types of things.
They had a mix of stuff this year. It was a good one. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited for the next year, and we're about to be getting back into holiday season here too, which is kind of nuts.
I can't believe it's already July. We got so much. The end of the year is always so busy for us.
Yeah, but it's wild how fast time goes by. This is stuff I've talked about many times on the podcast. It's just stuff just snap of a finger, boom, 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 it's going. It's really wild to think about how fast time is going by nowadays.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, it was just January where we were having our birthdays and things,
Well,
so,
like our 1 year wedding anniversary is not too far away now.
It's not, just a few months.
Yeah, I'd say it just goes by. Freaks me out a little bit, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. It's just like I remember I've said this too, it's just being like 18 and 25, soon to be 26. Yeah. It's just stuff just keeps going by, and I feel like we're getting more and more responsible, which is kind of the weird thing.
We are, and obviously we're talking about, we had a wedding, next step is going to get a house, start having kids, things like that. And it's, we think about it as, it's still a few years away. We have, plenty of time. But then you think about, it's already half a year.
Yeah, it's just like a year doesn't feel like a year anymore. A year feels like, obviously there's slow parts of your day where you're just like, damn, I'm at work still. Why is this not over yet? But then it'll be Monday and then Friday. You're like, wow. Like, where'd all my time go? Yeah. Just like stuff just goes by so freaking quick now. And, with doing the podcast and everything, we have guests now, like probably about 2 a week now. Yeah. So we're always doing that stuff too. So it just feels like, just bam, bam, bam. Everything's kind of scheduled. And then, like today, we're going to be going to the beach after this.
Yes. But, that's the thing is we're always making our time count, I guess. Like we're always doing something typically. Like I know during the week we'll come home and relax after a long day. But like on the weekends, we're always trying to go out, be with friends, do stuff we like. Yeah,
It's just like I feel like just sitting at home for me, I just get I'm always wanting to go do stuff. Like yesterday, I got off work early and went and played 18 holes of golf with my boys at like 3:00 in the afternoon. It was sweet. I feel like that.
So jealous.
It's good time to get out, and I just want to spend my time doing stuff. We allot at least, like at the minimum 40 hours a week at work, and then there's obviously overtime that you're working, and obviously with what you do, you got to bring stuff home sometimes and all this other stuff. It's just I want to spend my downtime going and doing stuff and enjoying my life rather than just sleeping in for the whole weekend and then just sitting in the house. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Not hating on anybody who does that.
I do like to sleep a lot.
I do too, but I also enjoy just getting out of the house, going and hanging out with friends, making memories. I feel like those are really like the most important things that we can do with each other. And you're around for every single thing, besides I try to include you and everything.
Well, that's what I was saying. We always try to do something that we enjoy. And even like we're still planning our honeymoon because
a year later,
time off is tough, but we make what we can work.
Yeah, and we still enjoy it and just try to do our thing and just
making memories.
Yeah, I enjoy because I really do live like the style of like you're never guaranteed tomorrow, so I'd much rather have a good time, go spend time with friends. You never know when a friend will move away or like stuff. As you get older, time gets a lot more cut with everybody. So I would much rather.
As you said, you have more responsibilities, so you're trying. It's like you're always scheduling your time, basically.
I was like, even now, like podcast guests, like during the week, I can't even do interviews until 7:00 at night now, just for the new job and everything. So I just try to schedule everything out, and it's always nice when we go on an actual vacation where we have 5-6 days where I'm not looking at my phone, or I'm not posting an Instagram video, or all this other stuff, which I do truly enjoy doing. Yeah. But it's just sometimes it's good just to shut the brain off and not think about anything for a little while.
It is, and it's just to just soak in the surroundings, basically.
Yeah,
because that's what like when we go on a cruise, we're gone for 5-ish days. I think is the longest one we've been on. But we'll go see a new place and just kind of be
Yeah. Like,
seeing what's there.
I love just not
what's going on.
I love losing track of time.
Yeah.
You know, like just going out there and not looking up like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. I got to go do this or this and this. Or
yeah,
like,
it's more like when you look at the clock, you're like, oh, it's already 6.
And that's when the time goes by the fastest, is when you're not paying attention to it and doing all this other stuff. That's my favorite time, where I can just go get lost and, like I said, turn the brain off for a little bit. You know, it's just, we're always thinking, always trying to kind of plan stuff, whether it's with this or with our work or just our lives in general, like what our next moves are. It's just always a busy time.
It is, but
I wouldn't trade it though. That's the one thing I would say. Like, whenever I was younger, I did not enjoy my life. As I've gotten older, I've found a lot more things that are enjoyable. You know, spending time with friends. Obviously, you have a wife and getting to spend time with her, and you know, doing our new experiences. That's one of my favorite things. Anytime we get to go to a new place and experience something new together, then you know, I feel like that brings us closer as people as well.
I agree. Yeah, we do. We have a couple things that we need to plan that we, you know, have in the works, as far as, you know, my birthday thing with your family. I have a gift card for a nice restaurant that we're going to go to.
Yeah.
So we need to sit down, have those little date nights, make plans and stuff. But I enjoy doing new things. And even when it's like our second or third time there, it's still like, you're still getting used to it, something new.
Yeah, and also like you even picked up golf. Like I'm a huge, obviously, you know, I'm a huge fan of golf and go probably once a week really nowadays. And she's picked it up and started going out and playing with us as well. It's been fun.
I try.
You're acting like me, and the only other person in our group that are pretty good are like Cam and Trent. Everything else is like, we're all just there.
Yeah, and Jamie, one of your buddy's girlfriends, starts playing.
TJ's girl plays too. It's been cool. You know, we have a friend group that likes to do stuff together. We all hang out weekly, literally weekly. Like last night we all hung out and we went to the pool and had some beers and just chilled and went and did a 4th of July thing together. It's just, that's my favorite thing. I love having a friend group that we're all friends and can hang out, and like, you know, no one's weird about, if you bring your girl, like, why are you bringing your girl with you? It's time for the boys and all this other stuff.
Yeah, it's none of that. Where everyone's included, basically.
Yeah, we try to make sure everybody's included.
So if you want to come. If you don't, fine.
But we're gonna pretty much get to the end here, y'all. And as I say, you know, every single week, we appreciate y'all. I hope you guys know, every single time we sit down and do an interview, I'm pumped up. You know, I know wasn't an interview style today. We were kind of more just having fun, but
we need to get back into the Sunday hangouts, do a little more, you know, often rather than half a year. But
yeah, we try to bring some stuff up. It's just, we've been very lucky this year. This has been a big year for the podcast. A lot of people have been reaching out, wanting to come out here and talk to us, which I'm very thankful for. And it's all because of you guys. You guys pass around the videos, help us get seen by more people. So it's really cool when, you know, I get a couple emails in a day and like, hey, I want to come and talk on the podcast. I've seen you, or this person's talked about you in the past, and I've really enjoyed it. That means what me and Shannon do, our hard work, isn't just talking into like a black abyss and not talking to anybody. So we really do enjoy having the process of sitting down, talking with you guys every single week, bringing new people. Yeah, like I love promoting our city. I think we have a lot of cool people here. Whenever I was younger, I didn't think there was much in Jacksonville, and I've been completely wrong on that. There's been so many cool people, cool opportunities that we've gotten to do, and it's all because of us just sitting down here and talking for, you know, an hour or two a week. So we definitely genuinely enjoy it. But before I let us go, is there anything you want to promote, anything you want to put out there that the listeners need to know about?
Not really. I'm gonna try and be better at posting for Copy's Instagram. Even on my own Instagram, I've slacked basically since Christmas as well. So I'm gonna stop being so silent. Hopefully I can catch him doing cute things.
More cute things.
You guys can enjoy it.
Chasing lizards.
So if you want to follow his Instagram, it's Copy, COPPY _Berra, BERRA for Instagram. That's the only social media he has. And then mine is McCrossan18, MCCROSSEN. I really am only on Instagram. Facebook is not used often.
So guys, go give her a follow, and if you guys want to give me a follow or check out the Who Are You pod as well, it's just going to be, mine is Connor, CONNOR0211, and then Who Are You pod for everything. I post all of our content on there, whether it's little clips, videos, you know, promotional stuff for the podcast. Make sure you guys go check that out. Also, if you guys want to support the podcast, there is a supporter link. You guys can put that in there, or at least my favorite way of support is you guys sharing the podcast. Just show it to a friend, and then hopefully they show it to a friend, and they're on, and just give us a subscribe. You know, we come out here every single week. We put hard work into these videos, and we love promoting our local people here in Jacksonville and people outside of it as well. well. So give us a follow. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod from everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, normal spots. And then for our YouTube page, it's going to be Who Are You Pod, or it's going to be Who Are You ?podcast. Make sure you guys look that up. Obviously, we have a link tree in the description for everything, so you guys can find us anywhere you guys really need to be. But as I say every single week, y'all, thank you so much for your time. And if you guys know anybody who has a story that needs to be told, shoot me an email, hit me up on the social media. It's going to be whoareyoupod@yahoo.com. Let us know. Give us a good description of either if it's you or if it's a friend of yours. Let us know what they do. I love sitting down and getting to learn about more people, and helps me kind of figure out if they'd be a good fit for the show. But like I was saying, y'all, every single week, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for checking out the podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.